Once upon a time, there was a kid glued to his monitor, convinced he was the undefeated king of every online match. He trash-talked, he flexed, he blamed lag for every single loss. Basically peak gamer energy. Then out of nowhere, he turns to me and goes, "Hey grandma, you wanna hop in?" I gave him that little smile only grandmas can give, and he scoffed. But man, he didn't know what was coming. One sip of my mystery energy, a tiny spark in my eyes, my hands steadied, and suddenly I started carrying the team. No cap, I was wiping the lobby clean. Fast forward a few rounds and the kid's whispering like a legend. Who knew grandma could go beast mode? Okay, full disclosure. That little skit was my brain doing what it does best, making something ridiculous and then testing whether it could land. But here's the thing, I didn't shoot any footage, I didn't hire actors, and I didn't spend days in a studio. I basically stitched an ad together using tools and a workflow that felt like cheating. The good kind. And most of the magic? It was less about flashy VFX and more about how fast I could take one long idea and turn it into a bunch of snackable videos that actually perform. That's what I want to show you. From idea to finished clips. Especially if you're tired of the 2-hour editing grind and want the new age AI-powered fast lane. They had ad agency folks critiquing student-made AI ads, and interestingly, some of those agencies were actively hiring people who could produce AI-first advertising. That lit a fire under me. If agencies are hiring for this, normal creators and businesses are definitely looking for faster, smarter ways to turn long content into shareable clips. I hopped into a writing tool and asked it to give me a concept with an implicit polar opposite. The tool spat out the grandma in a gamer setup bit, and I ran with it. I decided the product in the story would be a gamer energy drink, and I worked the tagline around the line, "Who knew grandma could go beast mode?" From there, I drafted a rough script and notes about visuals, like camera angles, props, and beats, that would shape the pieces I'd eventually chunk into clips. I dove into an AI voice library to find the right narrator. I wanted warmth and just a touch of mischief. Not cartoon grandma, not robotic narrator. After auditioning a few voices, I found one that felt perfect. Soft, slightly theatrical, like someone telling a bedtime story that quickly turns into a roast. A tiny tweak in the emotion setting changed the whole vibe from condescending to lovingly savage, and that made all the difference. Instead of shooting, I used image generation to mock up the keyframes. Grandma at the keyboard, the kid's shocked face, a slow zoom into the energy can, a scoreboard flipping, little gameplay overlays. I kept the character consistent. White curly hair, round glasses, pastel sweater. So every image read as the same person. I built a visual storyboard by dumping my favorite images into a reference board and arranging them by beat. Intro, challenge, sip, transformation, clutch plays, reaction, tagline. Here's where things usually get messy for creators. Turning all those assets into videos and then into multiple short clips that actually feel cohesive and shareable. In the old way, I'd import everything into an editor, scrub for moments, cut 30-second, 15-second, and 6-second versions, tweak audio, add SFX, tweak again, export, reformat. But instead of that, I used a tool that can auto-detect the best moments in long-form content and auto-generate short, viral clips. It analyzes engagement cues, pacing, and audio peaks, and spits out a batch of ready-to-post clips. No joke, a long live stream or a 20-minute video can turn into 10 optimized clips in the time it takes to make coffee. Some come out weird. The AI sometimes picks the wrong beat or trims off the punchline. But the quality is shockingly high. The real time saver is how it narrows your options. Instead of replaying hours of footage to find that one laugh or that one shock reaction, the tool shows you the highest potential snippets first. You pick the ones that vibe, adjust a couple of trims, add your voiceover and music, and you're done. I spent time picking a track that felt whimsical at first, and then had a punchy drop for the beast mode moment. I layered in sound effects. A crisp sip, a tiny magical twinkle for the first spark, a deep impact when the scoreboard flips, and a few whooshes to sell the motion. When you pair the right SFX with the right cut, your clip tells the story even without the full narration. That's the power of design. The audience can fill in the rest. Because tools like this make that whole pipeline feel effortless. Vizard's auto-editing doesn't just chop up footage. It looks for the emotional and visual highs and packages them into short-form formats optimized for platforms. One long stream can become multiple captions, reels, TikTok pieces, and short YouTube clips without you manually recreating each one. It's like having an editor who works at the speed of your ideas. But this tool's auto-schedule feature is clutch. Set how often you want posts to go live, pick a few clips, and the AI fills the posting calendar, optimizing timing so you get consistent presence without babysitting every upload. This reduces the I have great content but zero time problem from an existential crisis to a 5-minute setup, having everything. All clips, captions, post dates, platforms. In one place makes it actually possible to plan campaigns instead of being reactive. You can tweak copy for Instagram versus TikTok, shuffle a clip's publish date if something topical pops up, and see the full pipeline at a glance. CapCut can be clunky when you need cross-platform scheduling and organized content calendars. That's where the combo of auto-editing plus auto-scheduling plus a centralized calendar really sets this workflow apart. It's not that other tools are bad. They're just narrower in scope, which means more manual glue work for you. Back to the grandma ad. After generating several clips, I picked the most meme-ready ones. The sip and transformation, the kid's stunned face, the triumphant in-game scoreboard. I used the voiceover to anchor the narrative, but let the SFX and music drive the punchlines. A few quick caption tweaks, and we had 6 versions: 30-second, 15-second, 10-second, and a couple of platform-optimized cuts. Then I let the auto-scheduler distribute them over the next 2 weeks. spacing them out so the story had time to breathe and resurface, like teasing a mid-game comeback episode. People loved the unexpected grandma twist, but more importantly, the clips kept performing over several days because they were posted at different times and formats. That's the multiplier effect I always talk about. One creative idea, several contextualized pieces, and sustained reach without extra labor. You still need a good idea, a polished voiceover, and decent sound design. But if you're someone who produces long-form stuff, podcasts, stream VODs, long interviews, workshop recordings, and you want to turn that content into a consistent stream of short clips that actually get watched, this removes the most painful parts of the process. It finds your highlights, formats them, schedules them, and gives you a calendar that doesn't feel like a war zone. So if you're tired of the old hustle, chopping clips by hand, juggling a dozen tools, and praying your posts don't tank, try this new flow. Record long, let the AI find the good bits, pick the best clips, tweak captions, and then let the scheduler do the rest. Your audience gets a steady drip of great content, and you get your time back. And if you still want to flex and fine-tune, you can always jump in and polish the top-performing clips manually. That's the sweet spot. Automated speed with optional human polish. If you want to try this workflow, take a long episode of whatever you do, feed it into an auto-edit tool, pick a few promising clips, and watch how much easier content growth becomes. Who knew Grandma could not only go beast mode, but also help you out post your content calendar like a pro?